So you guys, we're going to start out. I want to give you guys a little insight into what exactly was going on with this whole Rodney Hinton Jr. thing. For anybody who's just not in the know, we are going to peep game right here, right now. So let's go.
As we told you earlier, Rodney Hinton Jr. is accused of killing Deputy Larry Henderson one day after his son was killed by a police officer.
This happened just hours after CPD showed Hinton and other family members video of that deadly shooting. And many of you have commented online saying the release of body cam footage in just 24 hours seems rushed, especially for a grieving family.
Now, I think that they released this body cam as quickly as they did because they knew that this was going to blow up. They knew that this was going to be a major issue. And there's a lot of people that are arguing about the body cam footage. Look, this stuff is blurry, man. You have to realize this is a camera mounted to a cop's chesticle. You know what I'm saying? My nipples would shoot that thing right off because I got weirdo nipples. But it's mounted to his chest and he's running because this kid was in a stolen car and ran off with a pistol in his hand. And so the cop had to chase him, bro. Like literally, if you're a cop, there's people out stealing cars. Maybe the car was carjacked. Maybe it was just regularly stolen. The cop doesn't know at the time, but you pull it over and a kid runs out and you see a firearm. You have to stop that fucking kid, bro, because that kid could immediately end up hurting somebody else. That's part of protecting the community. That's what the cop's job is supposed to be. That's what we all want cops to do, you guys. We all want cops to stop dangerous individuals that are armed running through our communities before they run up on some old lady or a kid, or they run up on some pregnant woman in a car and carjack them. So that's, you know, what the cop was doing. Now, a lot of people are arguing that they don't see the gun. Well, this is really shaky body cam footage. So watch and let me know what y'all think.
WCPO 9 News reporter Andrew Rowan explains why that timeline is standard protocol for Cincinnati police.
As the chief for the city of Cincinnati and this police department, my commitment is to transparency.
Police Chief Teresa Thigi telling the Buzz radio host Lincoln Ware about the moments she reviewed body camera footage with the Hinton family.
I think like any family member, they were all distraught over what they just saw.
Whenever there is a police shooting, body camera footage is released 24 hours after that shooting. A police lieutenant tells me that is standard protocol put into place by Police Chief Teresa Thigi herself.
I have nothing to hide. I will share whatever I can share throughout this process.
Even if it's not favorable for the police, you will share it.
Yeah, I will always share what information, what factual information I have.
3 investigations are simultaneously underway, one by the homicide unit, one internally, and one by the Citizens Complaint Authority. The city is relying on its collaborative agreement, a document that's become a national model for community police relations, born out of the civil unrest in 2001 when an officer shot and killed Timothy Thomas.
So I think it's really important that we understand that, I mean, this is really cool, to be honest, that they have 3 different investigations going on. You know, because they're dealing with this, this kid being shot, they're fully investigating it. Now, whether they have body cam footage where the kid has a gun in his hand or not, it looks to me like that cop shot that kid in the back. Whether he had a gun or not, you don't shoot people in the back. This kid definitely put himself in a shitty situation. So I'm encouraging everybody not to put yourself in shitty situations where you might end up on the wrong end of a cop's gun. But shooting someone in the back that's not legally, that cop is going to be fucked, bro.
Ask is for them to be patient and show why we are the gold standard of police community relations.
In a statement, Mayor Aftab Purival said in part the collaborative agreement was built for our most challenging time. He said transparency and accountability are being put front and center in this process. Reporting downtown, Andrew Rowan, WCPO 9 News.
So last week's shooting was the 6th time in 9 weeks that Greater Cincinnati law enforcement officers had shot someone.
The WCPO 9 team's been looking into those incidents to see if there's anything that we can learn from them.
So they're running about a shooting and a half, or shooting every week and a half out there, which is pretty crazy. Those are heavy numbers. I mean, it's Cincinnati, so, you know, Jot that down. But they're saying that they're the golden standard. I would assume that they have to have some sort of really high principled standard of, investigation when they're putting up those types of numbers. Upthra, what if he gets off on a plea temporary insanity like Jody Duche's dad, Gary? Why, Gary? Why? Honestly, we're going to get into that, but I think there's a high likelihood of that. With this case, I think that there is actually a high likelihood that this dude will get off on an insanity plea. Because, he had just found out that his son had died. He saw a video of it. I don't think it's a justified shoot, homie. Pie Man said Tennessee versus Gardner is a Supreme Court case. They apply nationwide. Okay. Maybe it would be a justified shoot, man. I just know, shooting people in the back is pretty fucked. But you did say awful, but lawful. So, I appreciate that, homie. Let's jump into this real quick because this is pretty interesting in my opinion. Come and knock on my door. We'll be waiting for you.
We're now getting a closer look at how deputies from Claremont County interacted with Rodney Hinton Jr. You see the video playing out behind me.
Right after he was arrested.
Killing Deputy Henderson after he was released from the hospital, booked into jail, and later taken to court. WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey breaks down the body cam footage.
Officers and deputies enter a Cincinnati police holding cell where Rodney Hinton Jr. is sleeping.
Wake up. Wake up.
Still in his hospital gown, Claremont County deputies called to bring Hinton to their jail in Batavia, shackle the man accused of killing Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson just hours earlier.
Are you going to stand on your own?
Try. Deputies take Hinton.
Now, what I'm not exactly sure is why he went to the hospital. Did the cops whoop his ass? Because that would check. When you kill a cop, them cops whooping your ass, that checks out.
Claremont County Jail.
Oh, we're going to get this over here.
His demeanor changes.
Ran him through a series of questions about his mental and physical state.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Do you have a serious medical or mental health issue that needs immediate attention? Is that a yes or a no? Have you recently considered attempted suicide? No. You want to hurt yourself or anybody else? No.
In court Tuesday, Hinton's.
Now, I'm just going to tell you right now, I kind of feel where that dad's coming from, bro. Like, I feel like he's got an idea that he threw his life away after losing his son. And that's crazy. But, like, the reality is, if we're going to be accountable and realistic about this whole thing, is he is a longtime criminal with a long rap sheet. His son was following in his footsteps. So there's probably a lot of guilt and shame in there, too.
Requested a mental competency evaluation for him. The attorney argued that Hinton was mentally ill at the time. Police say he hit and killed Deputy Larry Henderson with his car.
I want to make certain that this young man is treated as a mentally ill person and not as a cop killer.
An official evaluation.
So I do believe that there is a chance that he might get that that insanity plea, but he's also going to get treated like a cop killer. Trust and believe they're going to treat him like a cop killer. Did CO mistreat cop killers or do they care? We are going to get into that, Rev. I don't want to jump the gun here, but we're going to be getting into that. I'm actually going to bring up, just so you guys know, a little bit of a spoiler alert. I'm going to bring up a video by my friend Jumpsuit Pablo, and we're going to go into the will he survive in prison. I just wanted to give you guys the whole backstory before we get into that real quick.
We'll have to wait until an indictment. However, the judge did recommend that Henderson have all mental health resources available to him while in custody. The rest of the new video shows deputies transporting him to the jail, small snippets of conversation, polite.
So this is going to be a huge change from what we're going to see in this next video. I wanted you guys to get the pretext that at a point, he was chill, bro. He was chill up until a point. And there's a point where he gets real not chill here. Look at this. How many cops are in this courtroom, bro? That's wild. He went from calm and control to this happening. Yeah, they're dragging the dad's brother out. So what happened here is they were bringing Rodney Hinton Jr. in, and there were all these cops lined up mugging him, because cops are like any other gang. If you kill one of theirs, they're going to get real mad, bro. They're going to be real butthurt about that, and they're going to do a show of force. So when they're walking him by, all these cops just mugging him, standing there, he gets up in their faces back. He's pushing his face out at them. And the brother starts yelling. And he starts yelling. And they had to drag his brother out of the courtroom. This is how emotionally charged this shit got. This shit got wild.
Come on, man. Y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me.
This is not productive behavior, homie. This is not, everyone in this situation is acting really emotive, which is why, and like I've said multiple times, as somebody who has lost a child, I feel for the father losing a child. I understand the emotion behind that, but like, he went out and killed the first cop he saw. It wasn't even, he didn't even kill the cop.
My brother can't see me. They did this shit before. They did this shit before. That's the way to do it. They did it before. I got video of him messing with my brother and me before.
Now, look, man, this dude should be in cuffs. I'm sorry, but if you're acting like this type of bitch and causing this type of display in a courtroom, he should be in cuffs. If I did this in a courtroom, bro, my ass would be in cuffs. This is some weirdo shit to see. There's all these cops around. This dude is causing this type of disturbance. If it was me or you, we'd be in cuffs right now. I don't understand what these cops is doing. Papa Penguin said something else to consider. All the fundraisers for racially charged cases are almost certainly getting covert funding from U.S. enemies like Russia, China. Easy way to format hate and discontent. Bro, you know, that's actually a really solid point, my guy. That's absolutely a really solid point.